warm welcome to the China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition 2020.
This competition seeks to bring ideas to benefit cities, to benefit the broader society, the people in China.
If you have an idea or a product that can impact lives, the world needs to hear your voice.
The competition is open to bounded entrepreneurs passionate about launching projects and also reach more youth professionals and attract them to come to Nanning.
I think it's important that we continue to find opportunities for young people in China, ASEAN and Singapore to work together to find ways to innovate and find solutions for smart cities. Extraordinary times like COVID-19 require extraordinary courage.
It is when our backs are pushed against the wall that is when the best innovative and game-changing ideas spring forth. And that is what this competition is about. It is to bring the best smart city innovation ideas across ASEAN together.
Smart Nanning aims to benefit the public, enterprise, and also governments, and focus on supporting a batch of international projects.
The event was well organized and the hospitality was incredible. So both in Singapore, where Startup X last year organized it, hospitality was really good, as well as by Cloud Bay in China.
Being able to actually share our ideas with all the different startups, learning from each other, seeing which other components we could improve on, I think that was very helpful in understanding the different components that we could.
I would like to invite youth professionals to join the 2020 competition.
If you're a startup in ASEAN who's ready for a challenge and has an innovation or an idea, we want to give you a voice so that you can impact lives.
Whether your ideas are ultimately winning entries or maybe not, that you will find within yourself the ability to enjoy the experience and learn from each other.
Take courage, don't stop innovating.
You have one pitch, let's break borders.
Absolutely warm welcome to each and every single one of you. Now, of course, this morning we are having the China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition preliminaries for the ASEAN division.
If you have an idea or a product that can impact lives, the world needs to hear your voice.
我们希望通过培养了解中国、熟悉亚洲的年轻人才，来延续新中两国之间的友好关系和多方面的可持续发展，同时也为新加坡社会在了解中国的方面提供一个最真实、最及时的交流平台。
A platform like this competition plays an important role to provide opportunities to young people to create novel solutions for smart cities.
I think it's important that we continue to find opportunities for young people in China, ASEAN and Singapore to work together to find ways to innovate and find solutions for smart cities.
Smart Nanning aims to benefit the public, enterprise, and also governments, and focus on supporting a batch of international projects.
And I'm glad that the competition has received overwhelming participation from all 8 ASEAN cities.
So exactly who is under the open startup category that is specifically for students as well as individuals with an early stage smart city ideas. And tomorrow we will be having the comprehensive startup that is a category for established startups working on smart city solutions with MVP.
And our platform is not about free speech. It's about doing good and helping people.
With the lack of knowledge and information, this has resulted in some of the common problems that we see in the smart cities today.
We want to help them to engage the guests better in the digital space, ultimately taking this chance to retrain their staff and be prepared for the post-COVID new normal.
We want to expand and network with other international students by engaging different activities.
We want to deepen our networks and acquire 300 more franchise owners.
I get it. I always wanted to have a neighborly application because once upon a time I actually tried to start it. So I hope you...
Yes, thank you. There must be some way to collaborate that. That's where the
ideas came in.
They are pretty much operation. They are pretty much industrial. So we call it IIoT.
We can really capitalize on the hyper-local, data-driven nature of Sketchback to unlock new marketing strategies.
When I was in my teens, I saw this video of Bruce Lee saying that, hey, be like water, be formless, be shapeless, empty your mind. I'm a very, very, very huge fan of Chinese culture and Chinese philosophy. It's like really reflecting that Confucian thought and philosophy. I really want to live that in my life and follow that in my life.
You have one pitch, let's break borders.
Hello everybody. Back in 2020, 32 teams embarked on their most unique and challenging journey of their lives, out of which 4 successfully found inroads into the competitive China market. This is your startup gateway into China, the 4th China-ASEAN New Smart City and Innovation and Entrepreneurship competition. My name is Karen. It's a pleasure to be your MC for today. And a big hello to all of our friends who are watching online. I see quite a lot of you all saying hello. Now be sure to tell me where you're from, because this is a competition based on ASEAN, so we would like to have as many friends as possible. So be sure to tune in from all different parts of the world. Tell me where you are. And a big hello to Sheena, May, Richard, Fiona, Justin, Benjamin, and so many more of you. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here. Now, today we are on the lookout for the most innovative startups with fantastic ideas to usher in smart city solutions into China. And of course, this competition would not be possible without many fantastic organizations. So let's check them out right now. So first of all, this competition is hosted by the Nanning Municipal DNR Commission. And of course, it's also organized by the Nanning Municipal Big Data Bureau, Nanning Foreign Affairs Office, China Mobile Communication Group Guangxi Division Nanning Branch, Huawei Nanning Digital Economy Industry Innovation Center, Cloud Bay Big Data Industry Development Co. Limited. And the ASEAN division is organized by the 2B Campus and co-organized by SCAPE, Singapore University of Social Sciences, as well as Chulalongkorn University. And of course, also a big shout out to all of our participating partners, and they include Business China, Shi1K, H Youth Wing of ACE, New XP, Plug and Play Tech Center, Ripple 2 Wave Incubator, The Young Seekers, and 10,000 Startups India. So everybody, good morning to all of you. Once again, I see quite a lot of friends who are saying hi right now. I see Anna, who's from Philippines. Good day to you. Shan, also from Philippines. We've also got Zubtef, Sheena, and Sheena may, I think Carl is tagging Sheena. Remus is saying hello from Singapore. Hi Remus, fellow Singaporean over here. So I do see quite a lot of Filipinos all joining us here. Good morning. So where else are you guys tuning in from? Okay, be sure to leave it in the comments, and of course, are you excited? Do you have any burning great ideas that you are looking forward to share with us? Now, we definitely, would love to receive all of your amazing entries. We are on the lookout for the most innovative smart city ideas from individuals, youths, enterprises, organizations, institutions, where you can advocate your smart city ideas into China. So this is definitely a competition where you can enjoy access to the China market. Now, for all of you who are watching this video, thank you so much. Now, we haven't forgotten about all of you, and we do have a special giveaway. So listen carefully. Now, in total for today, we will be giving away 4 pairs of Sennheiser CX400BT True Wireless Earbuds. So how exactly can you win this? Now, first of all, this competition is only open to friends who are based in the ASEAN region. So all you need to do is, number 1, share this video. And when you share this video, remember to hashtag China-ASEAN Startup and remember to tag 3 friends as well. Now, this competition ends on 2nd July 2359. So be sure to act quick. If I'm you, I'm just going to share immediately. And be sure to hashtag China-ASEAN Startup, tag 3 friends. Now, we're going to give away a total of 4 pairs of the Sennheiser CX400BT True Wireless Earbuds worth $299 each. So good luck to each and every single one of you. Well, I see Eugene is already all excited and want to win it. So good luck to Eugene Wong Sifu. Love your nickname over here. And of course, we also see a lot of you who are joining us. Hi to Diane, Zeptev, and Sheena. Thank you so much. So we've got all of the steps all listed on the screen right now. So be sure to follow accordingly so that you may just be the lucky one. So of course, everybody, let's move on, shall we? Now, right now, it is my pleasure to pass the time over to Mr. Job Zhou, Chairman of Cloud Bay Big Data Industry Development.
Hello everyone, I'm Job Zhou, Chairman of Cloud Bay Company. Thanks for participating with the 4th China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition. The competition aims to attract more outstanding overseas entrepreneurs to start business in China and provide them with more opportunities to achieve rapid development. Startup is not an easy job that does require extra efforts, inputs, and spirit of entrepreneur. Today is the competition launch event, but I would like to congratulate to all of you because you have taken a brave step out, trying to bring new business or projects across border through the competition. Finally, wish you all the best and hope to see you in Nanning, China.
Thank you so much, sir. And with that, right now, we would like to hear from someone based in Singapore. He is none other than Mr. David Chua, Chief Executive of National Youth Council and Chairman of Scape Singapore. Sir, please.
Welcome to the 4th edition of the China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition. I have 4 P's for you. And the first P is that I'm glad we are persevering in the face of the COVID situation that global nations are confronting. The second P is partnership. And in the 30th anniversary of the ASEAN-China Dialogue Relations, I'm glad to see more ASEAN partners coming in. Also under the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, there are more opportunities for startups and entrepreneurs across ASEAN and China to collaborate. Also leverage on your networks as you meet new people in the competition. The third P is in process, where you ensure that your solutions are action biased and will meet the needs of citizens. You also bring mentors in to make sure that your ideas are well incubated and accelerated. The last P is in a policy space where collaboration with government, with the Nanning State Government, with the Singapore Government via Scape, and with Cloud Bay will ensure that your solutions solve the issues and challenges of the smart cities and will meet the needs of citizens on the ground. So I encourage us to persevere, to partner, to ensure a good process, and to make sure that there's sufficient policy space for good solutions to emerge. Have a great competition.
Thank you very much, sir. And if I may just add one last E, participate. We're looking forward to all of you participating in our competition to wow us with your amazing ideas. And with that, I'd like now to invite our next speaker, and he is none other than Mr. Caleb Low, Director of the 2B Campus and Organizing Chairperson of our competition ASEAN Division. Caleb, please.
Good morning to our host, the Nanning Municipal DNR Commission, to our organizers in China, the Nanning Municipal Big Data Bureau, the Nanning Foreign Affairs Office, China Mobile Communications Group, the Huawei Nanning Digital Economy Industry Innovation Center, and Cloud Bay, and to our regional co-organizers, the Singapore University of Social Sciences, Scape Singapore, and Chulalongkorn University, and to everyone streaming in live across ASEAN today, welcome to the 4th China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition. Back in 2018, I recall being invited by Cloud Bay to the annual China-ASEAN Expo in Nanning, Guangxi. And during my time there, I was privileged to be given a personalized tour of the new Nanning city. Back then, it was just 200 kilometers square of construction, the roads were empty, and not a soul was in sight. As a strategic city in China, back then Nanning was young, idealistic, and driven by purpose. She was to be the first fully integrated smart city in China and also the gateway of the Belt and Road Initiative connecting China and ASEAN. Fast forward today, this new Nanning Smart City is a business metropolis that is fully operational, boasts over 30 Fortune 500 companies who have established their bases there, and has 1 million new residential units encompassing the perimeters of the city. On top of that, smart city initiatives that are successful there would then be rolled out to the rest of China. This story of Nanning, in more ways than one, mirrors the narratives of many of our startups in ASEAN, and that is to have the boldness to dream. In last year's 3rd edition of this competition, we've had 4 startups who also stood out because they had the boldness to dream. They are Buzz AR, New XP, Treble, and Team Chulalongkorn. Like Nanning City, they are young, idealistic, and driven by purpose. And I'm proud to say that not only did they go all the way to do well in the competition grand finals in Nanning, they also found immediate inroads into the competitive China market by establishing a home base there. And that's what this competition is about. It's about bringing together the best smart city ideas and innovations across ASEAN and opening up direct and fast-tracked opportunities into the China market. And as an owner of a young company myself, my team and I are privileged and proud to be partnering our China host, the Nanning Municipal DNR Commission, and organizers, Cloud Bay, to be organizing the ASEAN division of this competition. You may be a student at the concept and research stage. You may be a young entrepreneur at the market validation stage, or you may be an established business owner at the scaling stage. So long as you're young, idealistic, driven by purpose, and most importantly, have the boldness to dream, then this competition could be your startup gateway into China. We wish you all the best in this competition. I'm Caleb Lau. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you very much, Caleb. And of course, to everybody else, don't forget that as you are watching our Facebook Live on YouTube as well as Facebook, and perhaps some of you on LinkedIn as well, don't forget to share this post. All you need to do is that while you're sharing this post, remember to hashtag China-ASEAN Startup, China-ASEAN Startup, as well as tag 3 friends so that you stand a chance to win our earbuds. So good luck, everybody. And of course, right now, I would like to call upon Professor Chia Hon Man, Assistant Provost and Dean, College of Lifelong and Experiential Learning, Singapore University of Social Sciences. Professor, please.
On behalf of the Singapore University of Social Sciences, thank you for inviting us to be part of this forward-looking initiative that will provide great opportunities for aspiring talents to bring their creative ideas into the smart city space. Through this competition, we hope that you can forge greater partnerships and connect these talents with expertise and the networks of esteemed partners so that collectively they can contribute towards key aspects of smart cities that can bring substantial benefits to communities within and outside the city space. Once again, We would like to thank the Nanning Municipal Development and Reform Commission and the Nanning Foreign Affairs Office for your strong support. And a big thank you too to Nanning Municipal Big Data Bureau, China Mobile Communication Group, Guangxi Division Nanning Branch, Huawei Nanning Digital Economy Industry Innovation Center, and Cloud Bay Big Data Industry Development for making this event a reality. And on the ASEAN side, thank you to SCAPE, Chulalongkorn University, and 2B Campus. Wishing you a very successful event ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor. And of course, right now, we would like to reach out to Thailand. Sawadika. This time we will be hearing from Dr. Pietro Bossarno, faculty member in Entrepreneurship and Core Business, Chulalongkorn University.
Hello everyone, this is Pietro Borsano, faculty member from Chulalongkorn School of Integrated Innovation. I'm happy and honored to give the opening remarks for the 4th edition of the China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition. The second time of this competition is held fully online. Last year, a team of our students joined the competition and qualified for the finals. I've been following this competition since last year because I think that it's very crucial for our times. First of all, this competition emphasizing on innovation and entrepreneurship is fully in line with the strategy set by Thai government to achieve the status of high-income country by 2037. And this is happening already with Thailand 4.0 master plan, as well as with the rollout of 5G technologies for the digitization of Thai industries that kick off last year with the Huawei technologies. This is also in line with the vision here at Chulalongkorn University's Innovations for Society. Secondly, I think this competition is addressing some of the challenges of ASEAN and China. For example, aging society, the slowdown of productivity, of labor productivity, the slowdown of international trade. And so how to respond to this? It's very important to push for further innovations, for adoption and diffusion of innovations, to push for more entrepreneurial behavior, which does not mean only to create new business models, to create new startups, but also to incorporate this mindset in existing companies and existing industries, and to change, to overhaul business models, to digitize, to unlock the digitization of industries. And all of this can happen with further integration between China, ASEAN, and other Asian economies in line of RCEP agreement that has been recently signed. So by doing so, fostering innovations, adoption and diffusion of innovation in all East Asia. So I wish to all the participants and attendees of this competition to enjoy the competition, to learn during this competition, and I wish all of you success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We definitely appreciate your kind words. Now, I do see in the comment section that Anna is saying that she would like to see all of the 4 groups that made it through. Well, don't worry. Be sure to stay tuned, Anna, and you will be able to see the 4 startups who made it through later on. But before that, we do have a very speaker who will be taking the stage shortly. Now, he is the 2018 Outstanding CEO Award winner, and he has more than 3 decades of experience across multiple industries that includes media, branding, manufacturing, and environment sustainability. On top of that, he is also a member of the advisory board of James Cook University and a member of the advisory council of the Singapore Aquaculture Innovation Center. Now, be sure to have your pens ready because I'm pretty sure he has some fantastic nuggets that you simply want to take note of. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Peter Koh, Executive Director and Group CEO of Oceanus Group. Peter, please.
Thank you, Karen. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me here today. I'm thrilled to be among so many inspired individuals full of dreams to change the world to a better place. Do you still remember how you dreamed as a child? I remember as a kid, I used to dream a lot. So much so that my parents are often asked to see my teacher because of it. Being a child then, I have the wonderful sense of innocence that allows me to graze into the future and have all sorts of possibilities. To me then, nothing is impossible. And the only thing that prevents me of my dream is that I'm too young and perhaps too broke. So I'm so excited that I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a child can feel. A child at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain. Only hope is to quickly grow up to pursue the dreams. The world to me is sunshine and rainbow, and I cannot wait to grow up. Years passed, and I started to turn my focus to adulthood. And I found by the time I get there, I hit a wall. The world is not all sunshine and rainbow. Sometimes it can be very mean and nasty, and it does not matter how tall we are, it will beat us to the knee and keep us there permanently if we let it be. Somehow along the way, I learned a painful truth that failing to achieve our dreams, we encountered to crush our dreams, and we start learning to say, please, no more. Because it hurts. And you stop dreaming altogether. As time passed, we eventually grew out the dreams so that anything we dream to do outside our social norm will be looked upon as a misfit. To follow our dreams and not to include the becoming of a large manufacturing factory, which is known as society. 11 years ago, when I decided to sell my company and move on with my dreams, all my friends think that I'm crazy. They felt that it was such a pity to give up what took me so long, over 20 years to build, and to give up in the pinnacle. I was at a crossroad. I was afraid that I make a decision that I'll regret. After all, 22 years is a long time to go. And it's scary to move forward because it's really uncertain. You worry the thing is very uncertain. However, somehow I decided to follow my heart because I don't want to close my life story in a single chapter. Today, I look back and one of the best decisions I took in my life. It took me 5 years and I took a journey and embarked on a company. And before I embark on a new journey, to join a company that is actually listed. The initial years is challenging when I joined the company. Angry creditors banging on our doors is almost a daily event. Suppliers, banks, and the list goes on. We have every creditors that comes to us. And in the worst scenarios, there was also a case whereby one of my bets, my hit of the China hit was actually kidnapped. Well, it's too fast. Years later, after our cleanup phase, we successfully cleared out all the debts, turned to solvency status, took back control of our farms, delivered the first positive net assets position in years, reduced our apex by up to 70%, and had our audit opinion improved with the removal of the auditor's disclaimer position. Fast forward 6 years today, Oceanus is a $1 billion conglomerate with 4 major divisions, having businesses spanning from farming, fishery, poultry, livestock, distributions, media, live stream broadcasting, integrated marketing, and mines. The company also contributed over 2,000 FMCG products, including our own house brands. Now, as we enter the new century and into our third phase of teching up, we envision Oceanus to be a global food tech giant. We will inject more synergy into our 4 divisions and take up our entire ecosystem with a new digital core. FarmTech will transform traditional farms into Oceanus food tech hubs by embracing modern farming techniques and technology, while SysTech will transform our distributions business into a digital platform and exchange. The group also will invest into extended reality and augmented reality, ER and AR in short. I'm not here this morning to glorify what we have done, but rather to emphasize that in our journey to success, it's not about how much or how hard we are hit. It's about how hard we can get hit and keep moving forward with our dreams. This is how winners are made. And if we are not willing to take those hits, there's no point pointing fingers saying you aren't where we are because of him, her, or anybody. I remember standing on the stage in 2018, telling my shareholders that Oceanus is like a startup then. Because other than not having debts, we have got nothing. We started from the basement, and it took us 3 years to climb up to ground zero to become a startup. So you guys are very lucky. Sometimes you got to get through your fear to see the beauty on the other side. Otherwise, you end up being a prisoner of society and over time becoming institutionalized. It's what Morgan Freeman said in the movie The Shawshank Redemption. The prison walls are funny. First, you hate them, then you get used to them. Enough time passes, you get so dependent on them, and that is institutionalized. Similarly, in today's world, a lot of us enter society full of dreams and inspiration. Enough time passes, we got so used to live by others' expectations, forgetting our dreams along the way, and eventually most don't even have the courage to venture out of our very own glass wall. When Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492, the world still believed the earth is flat. Nobody dared to venture to the edge, thinking that they will fall off the cliff. If Columbus had chosen not to follow his dream and stay behind the safety of the glass wall like everyone else, today there won't be a Columbus Day celebration every 14th of October in US. Ladies and gentlemen, follow your dreams, but be prepared to fail as each failure brings you closer to your dream. Dreaming is fun, it's natural, and it's necessary. Every notable accomplishment in human history begins with a dream. We are meant to dream. Martin Luther King, once of the greatest dreamer of our age, said, "The time is always right to do what is right." That means if it's right for us to dream as a child, then it's just as right for us to dream as an adult. So follow your dreams as you only live once, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peter. We really appreciate your aspirational words. I think it's a fantastic way to kickstart the morning on a Monday. You know, we've got so many amazing comments for you. First of all, we've got Anna who says, your experience, Sir Peter, is indeed inspiring, especially to us young people. It's really true that we must not let others hinder us to achieve our aspirations, and great success comes from people who think outside the box. So, you know, we've got all of these kind words for you. And I think there's also Richard, who has also pinned down some kind words for Peter as well. So Richard says that you keep us learning and believing in our capability to keep dreaming, achieving our dreams, and never give up. Thank you so much, Peter. So Peter, in the comment section, we see a lot of love that's pouring in for you. So thank you so much, sir, for your time this morning as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. So of course, everybody, if you've got any quick questions for Peter, be sure to just put it into the comment section. Yes. Peter, so I have a personal question for you. You know, I think you talk about dreams and aspirations.
Oh, sorry, Karen, I missed you there earlier. There was a sudden break and I couldn't hear you. So what's the question again? Sorry.
No worries. Now this question comes from me. I think a lot of times there's a lot of things holding back. You know, people have dreams and they want to step forward, but there could be various reasons, you know. So what is it that keep going, especially when failure, you know, is something that unfortunately that we may meet upon?
Okay. First, before I answer your questions, I gotta apologize for the earlier part when I start with my speech, because right in front of me is this teleprompter. It was going so quickly earlier that I was just wondering, should I read from there or should I read? So I was completely in a mess because this is the first time I'm doing it and this is in a live. Well, so apologize for all the viewers who are out there. But back to your questions, I guess for someone to actually move along and how to continue, I think my take is life sometimes is very strange. And that's my personal experience. If we would have to actually start chasing for something because of a monetary reward or a personal gratifications and everything, somehow along the way you realize that as you run along, you just whatever you inspire to have, you just run even faster away from you. Therefore, I urge everyone out there, if you have a dream and you have some things that you wanted to do, follow that dream and put the rest behind you. You just do your best. At the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't matter how long it takes, but when you actually do something from your heart, the rest is really immaterial. It will happen and it's just a matter of time. Because in life, sometimes it's really strange. When you do some things that is out from the heart and for a true inspirations within what you want to be to make the world a better place, and so on and so forth, you actually end up getting there without even realizing you were already there. And I guess for a lot of inspired young individuals who are in the startup stage, well, just follow that heart that you had, and I'm very sure it's a matter of time you'll be there.
Thank you so much. Next, we've got a question from Caleb, who's asking, what is the mindset required to move from having debtors knocking on your door to being $1 billion company?
Well, I wasn't thinking too much. I mean, when I joined this company some 6 years ago, all I had in mind at that point of time is just to fix the issues. Now, this is a very interesting company. I mean, as I said earlier, I actually retired before I joined this company. I rested for 5 years. And when I actually joined the company at that point of time, it's not purely because of I needed a job or anything, but it's very much more because this company is very unique. Why? We have about close to 10,000 shareholders. And of the close to 10,000 shareholders, about 90% of them are at their golden age. And when a company is about to go belly up, at that point of time, a lot of them were crying because they lose all their life saving. Now, I felt that at that point of time is that I have a pretty decent life. In fact, I find I'm very fortunate. I have enjoyed my life. I did most of the things I wanted to do, clear a lot of my bucket list after resting for 5 years. I thought it's time to do something and pay back, a sort of paying forward. And that was the real reason that prompted me to come back to work. So a lot of my friends will start joking that, I'm basically retiring out of retirement at that point of time. And for me, is to make that difference. And when I came in, until this very moment, until this very day, 6 years in the company, other than holding the responsibility of a public company CEO, I do not have any other upsides of any other public company CEOs that they have. Because for me, my contracts today is no difference from the receptionist. And it is what it is. The whole team came in, we say that for once in our life, we're going to do something that will make a difference on some people's life and make that difference. And the rest is really material. Now, I think the key point what I'm trying to put across is because of that, so it says when the debtors come banging on our doors, especially in the early days, is terrible because we are one of the largest farm in the world. And being that is that we are all in a rural area. So in the early days when I joined the company, I set out policies that we got to stay in the farms, starting from the management, and I stay in the farm. And because of that, we have a lot of cases whereby people were coming down, chasing, banging on the doors and all this stuff. And well, I mean, I personally confronted a couple of cases whereby people, the guys came down, and the first thing they come to ask for payment is they come in a whole bunch of big guys with tattoos all over, and before you even start the negotiations on how much we owe them and all these things, they'll put a parang on the table and say, now let's talk. I guess it's basically to intimidate, but like what I said earlier to my first point is that when we came in, we have this point about what we have in mind. And you just don't get intimidated, and you just continue to do what you believe in. Years pass, and now we got where we are. Of course, it's because of that belief, that dream. And my friends will ask me, aren't you worried? I mean, as a city kid from Singapore, going to a rural area in China, and then when all this happened and you're in a situation whereby your safety is at stake, aren't you afraid? You know, I guess the story, or at least the moral that I want to share with my listeners today is that sometimes it's very strange in life when you do something that is beyond yourself. It's not about money, it's not about a position or anything. You realize that you have that strength that you don't even know you exist. Because to me is that if I'm basically just working for myself, then the first thing that comes to my mind is this all worth it? And I can tell you frankly, the first thing that comes to my mind is that nothing is more valuable than my own safety, and I'll walk away. But the fact that you're not doing something just for yourself is for a bigger good, and you found that strength within yourself that you don't even know it exists. So for all the listeners who are, most of them, the startups, it's like you guys are also planning to do something that will change the world. Just remember the key reason why you're doing this, and the rest will just fall in place.
Wow, that's very heavy and important message that we should all take in definitely. Next, we've got a question from Justin. What are the hardest barriers or problems that you've encountered being in your position?
I guess the hardest thing in my position is basically when you actually can't deliver what you promise to the shareholders. And like I say, this company, when I came in, is purely because of them. And when you can't deliver that and you look into their eyes, you just feel the guilt. But fortunately for us, we actually, if you all would actually see our recent AGM, which is also in the YouTube, I think the first thing I say is that we made a promise 6 years ago and we have delivered. So I guess the thing that will make me feel the worst is if, let's say, we couldn't actually give that hope, the very hope that we came into this company to give to the shareholders. I mean, the rest of it, like you're talking about the technicality stuff, like how to clear the debts, how to get more business. I guess for anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur, they will have to then overcome every challenges. I will not look at those as problems, because to me, those are just challenges that you got to have to keep moving forward. Just like what we are going through right now today, instead of seeing all of you in real time in life, we are doing through a Zoom kind of thing because of the COVID. But like I say to my team, I say, look, like what Winston Churchill used to say, never waste a crisis. So even in situation like this today, there's a lot of opportunities out there. Just only if you can actually look hard enough and find where the gaps is and how you feel it. So those I look at as challenges more than actually problems.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. We've also got a question from Fiona. I think success can be measured in many different ways, in different aspects. So in your opinion, what makes a company successful?
The heart. The people that's in the company from top to bottom must have a heart to do what they wanted to do in the first place, and it must be a right one. And I guess when you have so to me, even when we do acquisitions, M&A or JVs, I would never look into a company whether the company is, how successful the company will be or how good the industry they are in. The first thing I'll look at is the person who is running it and the team, because it's always about people. If you don't have the right people and with the right heart, you could be in the best industry and you could be in the best situation, but things will not be the way you have hoped for moving forward. On the contrary, if you are in a lousy in the situations, but you have a great team with a great heart, things will slowly pan out.
Thank you. And we've also got another question from Caleb. Now, to those who are aspiring to join this competition, who want to have big dreams to enter China market, what is one advice that you have for them?
Follow your heart and follow your dreams. And don't be afraid to make mistakes, because like I said earlier, it's only mistakes that make you get closer to what you want to do and your dreams.
Thank you very much, Peter. I think if I may summarize, a lot of time it boils down to your heart about what you want to deliver, and remember to, place in your heart the people who make your dreams possible, and to make your dreams possible to help even more people. So thank you very much, Peter. Oh, very one last question that just came in from Sheena. What motivates you, sir?
What motivates me? If I were to define a little bit, if what motivates me in Oceanus as where I am and what I've done, I guess, is the very shareholders that really motivates me. It may be very difficult for you guys to understand, but when I stand on stage and when I look at them and look into their eyes, when after my AGM and all these things, you look at the watery eyes and a simple thank you and a hug. It actually means a lot more than a paycheck. Basically, that is what really motivates me.
Thank you, sir. That was beautiful. Now, we really appreciate your time for joining us and sharing all of these wonderful nuggets of information. So we wish you a fantastic week ahead, sir.
Thank you, Karen, and you too have a great week ahead.
Thank you. So with that, everybody, we hope that you've enjoyed all of these wonderful teachings that Peter has so kindly shared with us. And of course, don't forget, as you are watching this live, please share this as well on your social media platforms. And in your shared posts, please hashtag China-ASEAN Startup and tag 3 friends, so that you may just be one of the lucky people to win home our wireless earbuds. So be sure to act quick and do so immediately. Good luck to all of you. Now, some of you have mentioned that you would like to hear from the 4 teams who have made it successfully. So now we would like to invite them on screen so that you can learn from them as well. Now, the 4 groups who have successfully made it into the China market, they are Buzz AR, Belvey, New XP, Jeremy Ma, Team Chulalongkorn, Dr. Pietro Bossano, and from Treble, Ian. Let's bring them up all on screen right now. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much. So to all of our viewers, if you've got any questions for them, then be sure to just key it into the comment section and we will answer them from time to time. So we'll start off with a quick introduction to find out more about our speakers as well as their project. So Belle, would you like to begin, please?
Hi. Thanks, Corinne. I'm Belle, co-founder and CEO of Buzz AR. So we augment places and faces to transform how you eat, shop, play, and live. We are a deep tech firm based in Singapore. Our business is twofold. So the first fold is the B2B business. We augment places with Fortune 500 companies in the region. We bootstrap from 0 to 4 million. And I would always want to say that the second fold is a B2C business that we are launching this coming July. Stay tuned. It's called Happy Tune. So during this pandemic, close to my heart, I want to roll out something that really connect, delight, and entertain people when we are physically apart. So look forward to the launch, and thanks for having me.
Thank you,
Jeremy. By the way, we are the second. We are the first runner up during the last year competition, and I wish that it's close to my heart as well. I wish more female founders would join this competition and enjoy the benefits of entering into China market. Thank you.
Thank you, Belle. I definitely resonate with you about female power. Okay, so now I'd like to hear from Jeremy, please.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. So hi, everyone. I'm Jeremy, co-founder and CEO of New XP. So we are a startup based out of Malaysia, and we were the first runner-up for the 2020 competition under the startup category. So a bit about New XP. So we basically integrate both banking and lifestyle offerings into one app, and we look to actually connect the non-residents globally. And a bit about Biz and New XP. It is actually a business automation platform which facilitates the entry of ASEAN businesses into Nanning, China. So just to share with everyone, the Biz and New XP is actually an idea which was born out of this competition last year.
Thank you very much. Pietro?
Hi everyone, this is Pietro from Chulalongkorn University. Last year I advised a team of my students who joined this competition in the startup category, so without any minimum viable product. So our project was a platform to connect China and ASEAN, multi-sided platform business model. So essentially the business model was a threefold business model. One was to provide lectures cross borders. The second one was to promote the investments and startup project between China and ASEAN and the other way around. And the final one was more on like job placement for Chinese students in ASEAN or ASEAN students wanting to find a job, an opportunity in China. And all of this paired with a physical location for co-working, co-innovation spaces where to mix students, startup companies, and corporate interested in further cooperation and investment between China and ASEAN. And our team reached the finals in Nanning, China last year. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Pietro. And Ian.
Hi guys, this is Ian from Travel. I'm CEO and founder. We were actually already an established business and a profitable business at that in 2019. And I think we joined the China-ASEAN startup competition to really get into the Chinese market. What we do is we actually do an automated guest engagement platform for the travel and hospitality space. And as you know, it was really badly hit in 2020 by the COVID-19 pandemic. Interestingly, in China, we see like a huge V return spike for the revenge of travel there in China for domestic travel. And we felt there was a really great opportunity. And I think China-ASEAN startup competition really helped us to effectively set our place there in China. Thank you.
Thank you. So my next question to all four of you is, what unique opportunities in China did this competition open up for your project? Okay, so we'd like to start with Jeremy, please.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. So we actually had the opportunity to fine-tune our idea, I mean, with the help of the mentor during this competition. And I would say that the support from the mentor doesn't stop there. So after the competition, we had the opportunity to collaborate with Cloud Bay. And through this collaboration, we have actually now realized our plans to deploy the Biz and New XP platform to connect both the Malaysian business for a start and subsequently the ASEAN businesses into Nanning, China. And on top of that, we did also collaborate on other areas as well. I mean, like some of the recent collaborations, which include the financial gateway to ASEAN event, and also we saw that Malaysian companies participated in that event. And also recently, we had this collaboration on the 618 e-commerce event. So it is actually one of the largest e-commerce event in China, where we showcase some of the Malaysian company products in Nanning. So to sum it up, I would say that entry to the Chinese market would not be so seamless without this collaboration.
Thank you. Pietro?
Thanks for the question. So I would say this was just at the beginning. So like this competition was at the beginning of our journey into China. Thanks to the support of the partners and the organizer of this competition, especially the Cloud Bay and Eddie Lee, who was really awesome and super supportive. And actually, I mean, we talk on WeChat basically, I would say every day and also every night, because he's super responsive and working very, very hard. So after the competition, we kept in touch. We did some projects, also in light of new developments like RCEP agreement, but always but boosted, focus interest in cooperation, China, ASEAN, and other East Asian economies as well. So for example, now we are helping to co-organize the competition for Thailand. So to vet teams and like coach Thai teams and marketing for Thailand. So this is one very tangible outcome of a competition. And we also cooperate on other capacity, for example, for research projects together with Nanning Institution, Nanning University as well. And we also join a lot of events, conferences in China following the competition. So it's definitely, I would say, just the beginning. This competition is the beginning of a very long, exciting, and fabulous journey.
Thank you, Pietro. Ian?
Right. Additional shout out from Dr. Pietro to Eddie. So very rarely you get this opportunity to speak to the director of an organization based in China that is a subsidiary of Ali. And I think in that whole space, like Eddie has been really active. And for us, as we are establishing an entity based in China now, to have a tighter and more close partnership with Cloud Bay, that he has been more active and chasing my team to set up our business there more than we are. So I think that was really awesome. And because they have very strong ties with Singapore SG Enterprise, here in Enterprise SG in here in Singapore to help us with our expansion, that they are even making a trip down to Nanning, if I'm not mistaken, in a month's time. So I'm still trying to understand the quarantine measures and everything, but they have been really welcoming to kind of get us there into China, making sure that we get to explore. Unfortunately, our batch weren't able to be there in Nanning. I understand previous batches they had that opportunity, but still, I think just the insights, the access, and the people that are working on this project is been tremendous for us.
Thank you so much. Belle?
Same goes for us. From the organizing committee to the operations in China, the team is super helpful. I guess we are slightly different as compared to other teams. So we have had solid tractions in China even prior to this competition. But what it helped us for this competition is that it first furthered our expansion because our tractions was in Shanghai, not Nanning. Secondly, it also strengthened our brand name as a whole, because being the affiliate with Alibaba Group and Cloud Bay as an affiliate of Alibaba, it definitely helps to strengthen and boost confidence when we talk to our clients. So just to give you an impression, our clients are people like Fortune 500 companies, and we are often fighting with the largest name in the space. So it could be the largest AI company in the world, those kind of like multi-billion-dollar company that we are fighting with. So without this competition, it will just look like David versus Goliath. And with this competition, it boosts the confidence to make us not so small, and in fact to be compatible when we fight with our competitors. So yeah, overall it's great.
Thank you so much. Now, it's definitely very heartening to hear that all of you have ventured, beyond the competition. And that's definitely something that we want to help all potential startups, individuals, enterprises to achieve. So everybody who is keen to, tap on this platform, we hope that this reassures you further. So my next question to all of you is, what was one business or personal challenge you had to overcome before your project was ready for the China market? Pietro, can you start first?
Challenging questions. I would say many challenges, but if I need to mention a few, I would say like to fully understand the unique dynamics of Chinese market. So this is in terms of like a consumer behavior, of mindset, of size, of scalability, of unique business models, traction in the market. So this is definitely something that all applicants from ASEAN, they need to fully understand this. We need to have a full understanding of these unique models. Also because China is probably a few years ahead of many ASEAN countries. So this is a sort of jump into the future for ASEAN startups and ASEAN teams.
Thank you. Ian?
Right. Business challenge, obviously, because we are targeting the travel and hospitality space, that there is a lot of uncertainty given the COVID-19 situation. As I mentioned previously, like there is a return on spike in domestic tourism within China. But ultimately, we serve inbound tourists the best in terms of our technology in automating inquiries, reservations, check-in, and the works. So I think one of it, obviously being the uncertainty in the global space of travel and when travel return, we were really, really hopeful. CloudBay and Travel were working out plans to roll out our technology in June for the return of travel. That didn't happen. We're planning to do it for September. We all hope that happens. Nobody knows. Maybe December. And I think through this partnership with CloudBay and their optimism as well as our optimism is not a if travel returns, it's a when travel returns point of view. There's just a lot of planning issues and challenges. But specifically to China, I think being Chinese or speaking Mandarin, it makes it a lot easier for us in Singapore or any of these overseas-based Chinese to enter the market. But still, the kind of like practices, the UI, the user experience, the user interface have to change quite significantly to cater to the local market. And even more importantly, like we have to kind of base our servers in China, which is also why we are setting up a Chinese entity there in China. So I think that's a kind of challenges that we face as a business. Personally, I just want to be there in China now, just to be able to be there to expand and be more aggressive on the market. And I can't because of the quarantine measures, but who knows? We're looking forward to that.
I would say that you've mentioned a very key point where language is definitely a key that opens a lot of different doors. So for those who are looking forward to expand to China, perhaps it's time to start learning a bit of Mandarin beyond the basic ni hao. Okay, so now Belle, what is one challenge that you had to overcome?
Yeah. If I were to just write on the point, right, like I speak conversational Mandarin, but in augmented reality industry, it doesn't mean that even we speak conversational Mandarin is a completely different game when it comes to all the technical giants. So be super duper well prepared before any meetings or like just over prepare. Because you will never know that you walk into the room where there are so many think tanks, and with all the unfamiliarity, like you're probably not familiar with the people, with the environment, coupled with the language that is not to our advantage. So be always over prepare. And my experience tells me that when you over prepare, it often sends people the impression that you are very sincere, you are very genuine, even though they know that you are not familiar, but they will give you a chance just because you show them the sincerity. So for this competition and even beyond to any meetings, China is a completely different ball game. I'm speaking that because I have done it, and I know that I'm still not good enough. So just do your best every day knowing that you're not good enough.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
The spirit of perseverance, right? Okay, over to you, Jeremy.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. I think I would like to add on what Pietro has mentioned earlier. I mean, entering a new market, definitely there are a lot. I mean, a number of challenges, especially first. I mean, to understand the market and to understand the consumers and also to deliver what is expected to them. So I mean, to relate back to this competition, I would like to say that this is among, I would say, the only competition that I know of that actually provides you a mentor to walk you through prior to the finals. So this is definitely a very value add, I mean, like to the participants to understand more about what is expected, and also in terms of coming out with the right solution. Is because one solution may not fit, I mean, like in different geographical locations. And also on top of that, aside to understanding the market and so on, one very key aspect is also to understand the applicable regulations with regards to the government policies, and also the procedures for the respective industries. And also through this competition and through our collaboration with Cloud-B, I would say that I a lot of things that I didn't know of, like for example, a lot of initiatives that is offered for the startup community in China. I would like to encourage, I mean, like startups, even though whether they are a winner or not, to actually take this opportunity to actually enter the market and get hold of all those the pool of incentives that is available.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Okay, so now we actually have a question from the audience. This is from Remus. He'd like to ask any of you, for startups, how exactly do you go about conducting your market research, competitor research, due to the cultural differences in a dynamic country such as China? Would any one of you like to answer?
Yeah, I can take that question.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, for example, being new to the market, I would say that it's more or less a lot of type. There are two types of researchers that can be done. So the first type, of course, is the researchers that you see, I mean, like over the internet. But I would say that the key, the important thing here is actually to speak to the customers itself. I mean, like customers who have gone through that customer journey, especially when entering a new market. In this case, when I say customers, is like either similar kind of businesses who have entered China, and to perhaps initiate that conversation to find out like what sort of challenges that they face, and also like what sort of opportunities that they are currently capitalizing and so on. So this is also something that I would like to share that that has been brought to us by our mentor. We actually had the opportunity to speak to a few SME owners who have businesses in China, so that and through these conversations we would be able to understand further, I mean, like on what sort of gaps, and also how do we actually address these gaps.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Anybody else want to let on?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Yeah. For us, is we work with Enterprise Singapore prior to joining the competition. So the government is super helpful in providing us with connecting us with some of the be it association or some companies out there in Shanghai that we can hire interns China interns to conduct market research for us. Secondly, I also work with my university alumni. So UC Berkeley has a strong alumni in China. So I tap on that alumni and I get interns from there. I realized that speaking with my customers alone is one thing, but also secondly to work with the locals that is neutral from the business interest, it could be helpful as well. Yeah. Over to Ian.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, just join the China-ASEAN startup competition. Probably help you a lot. I think ultimately, like market research and competitive research it's gonna be quite tough for such a huge market. And with this China-ASEAN New Smart City competition, I think it's very focused with Nanning, especially with the partnership with Cloudbay. They made a lot of introductions to also startups there that are in the travel space that we can collaborate with. They're also kind of like, helping us to set up a lot of this, I guess, competitor research and market research needs for our entering into Nanning. So definitely, if you're looking at specific cities, I think join specific city competitions. I know this is targeted at Nanning, and also there's definitely a lot of good insights from the judging panel when they're kind of evaluating your pitch, telling you of competitors that you never knew of. It's like, oh, there's this other one here as well, and be like, oh, okay, let me look into it. So I think that's been great. I think Dr. Pietro has been waiting for answer as well, and I think he definitely has to do the most market research. So
well, I think I don't have much to add. So I would say like quantitative market researches, obviously you can find data. We actually use some of our team members, some students from China to tap into this. The second one is qualitative research. So talking to potential customer, talking to stakeholders, and for this we tap into my personal network, students network, university network as well in China. And I would say the third one is to understand the key dynamics of Chinese market and also Chinese policy. For example, now there is a key interest into second-tier cities. So not only, the usual cities, or also clusters of innovation like Greater Bay Area, Yangtze River Delta. So you need to have a full understanding of this as well.
Fantastic. It's so nice to hear from all of you to get all of these insights. I think for all of those aspiring to join the competition, this is really time for you to take down all the tips and tricks from, your predecessors. Okay, so now I'd like to hear from all of you. What is your most memorable experience in the competition last year? Ian.
Wow, memorable. There's so many, but I think ultimately one of the biggest inroads into us from the competition is not exactly in the competition itself, but what came after. Within the competition specifically, I think we have gotten a lot of insights from just the back and forth in terms of building our pitch from the team in the China-ASEAN New Smart City from B2C Compass. And I think ultimately crafting that pitch for China was the part where it was kind of the most difficult, because we have mostly been targeting Asia in ASEAN side, be it Singapore or some of the North Asian like Japan and Korea. So the way we position the information, the data, the statistics, I think that was something that was really, really helpful for us. And obviously one of the most memorable for all four of us probably is to get into the finals. Yeah.
Thank you. Belle?
Oh, for me is if I must choose one, then it would be the people. So I love the organizing committee, including all the people that you are meeting right now. They are really genuine and caring. I'm not someone that has participated in many competitions, so I don't have that benefits of comparing to other competition. But so far, based on this competition, I really love how they structure the pre-competition. For example, the organizing committee, one of them is called Ratna. So she is the like the meditation trainer. So one day prior to the competition, she arranged like a mind and soul training. So it's very important for me, I guess, as a lady, especially like to calm our nerves prior to the competition, and to reinforce why I start Bus AR together with my co-founder. I think I needed that point of time. I needed that reinforcement, which sort of makes me perform better the next day, I guess. Then all thanks to the organizing committee.
Jeremy, over to you.
I would say that the one thing that I can really remember, I mean, like, is actually have at the grand finals. I mean, like, even though we are doing it virtually, so but I mean, we have to also always bear in mind that there is, I would say, more than 15 million audiences that is watching us. And back then, I remember this part where we were constantly reminded that we have to keep smiling in front of the camera. And I think there is also that this little challenge that I think all of us here would still remember today. I think one of the participants actually broke the number of record in terms of the number of yawns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess then this comes down to my trait, but you need to be like camera ready 24/7, right? Okay. Yes, Pietro, your turn.
Yeah, I think I fully agree with all the other panelists, especially with Bell. So people, definitely the organizing team, Caleb, Ragnar, Mike, Benjamin, even mentors Andre, Mr. Ho, and Eddie from Cloud Bay, definitely. If I had add something on top, probably like the pizza. We had in the office until very late in the night with my team, trying to comply with the deadlines. So that was definitely a memorable moment.
Yeah, I think this is a lot of truth whenever we are rushing out projects, you know. It's like the process can be very challenging, but when you look back, these are all very fantastic memories for you to live in your mind again and again. All right, my final question to all of you is, what is one piece of advice that you can give to those aspiring to join our competition? Anybody?
I can go first.
Okay, Belle?
Oh, okay.
Ladies
thanks. I guess if any one of you were to is planning, actually there's no need to plan so much. So just join the competition. You will never know what you will get from the competition. It's not only the winning portion. Like, I was fortunate that we were one of the teams with the comprehensive category that won the competition. But I must say that even after the competition, whether you are first prize, second prize, or third prize, I realized that Cloud Bay or the organizing committee, they are still caring, and they are still helping you throughout the process. So be it you are just getting whichever places, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I would say that so long as you remember why you want to start your company, why you want to enter China, be more intentional, then everything will flow. So I think there's no need to plan, just join the competition. Thanks.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Okay, Ian.
Right. China is a huge market. So even if you have the intention to enter into China, it's absolutely different in every city. I think one of the reasons why joining this competition makes sense to anybody that's looking to enter into China is entirely a market that you might not have considered before. I think everybody think of China as Beijing and Shanghai. And everyone did a program with Bell 2 years ago to Chongqing, I think. And that's where we met, actually. Chongqing might not have been the best city for us. But interestingly, Nanning was never also on the list. So I think if you are just looking to enter into China or just expanding your business out of the city, of whatever city you're based in, it's something that you might never expected. And Nanning being a good kind of pivot point for us into China was something that we were never planning for. I think Shanghai or Beijing would have been probably the first thing that came to mind. So I think if anyone is looking to expand their business out of their current city that they're in, or to look into entering into China as a market, then just join the China-ASEAN startup competition, see where that lands you. Nanning might or might not be the place for you, but who knows, right? Ultimately, the reach that the mentors have is also definitely more than just the city itself. And yeah, I think just apply, right? Following Belle's advice.
Thank you. Pietro.
So I would say, like, take it as a learning experience, take it as the first step of your iteration journey as an entrepreneur, and take this opportunity with like open mindset, growth mindset, growth attitude, and just test the Chinese market. Even though you don't have a prototype, even just a pre-prototype. So just the very beginning. So this is definitely very valuable to experiment personally about Chinese market.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, so I would like to actually call upon all participants, all of the viewers out there. I mean, take this opportunity to challenge yourself. I mean, like if the ranking is actually just a number, like what Val said just now. So I mean, like by taking that first step to join this competition, you are already a winner. Because actually, what matters most is actually the first step. The first baby step that you take to actually realize your plans or ideas. I mean, to venture into China, which is currently the world's largest economy, and not only that. I mean, like don't afraid about failures and so on. Is because I mean, failure is very normal. I mean, as part of the entrepreneurship journey. Most importantly is at least we tried our best, and also I mean, like to get the solutions out there. So don't be afraid. So because there's no idea is a stupid idea.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. And in fact, thank you to all four of you for so graciously sharing with all of our viewers. Now, I can see that there's a lot of comments all coming in to thank all four of you. So thank you so much to Belle, Jeremy, Ian, and Pietro. We really, really appreciate all of your tips and tricks. I think the viewers are feeling, very more heartwarming and also a lot more assured across their screen. So thank you very much to all four of you. So of course, everybody, if I may just sum up, Mr. Peter's sharing as well as the sharing from our past year participants, it will be that we would like to encourage all of you to follow your heart. So if you have very fantastic aspirational idea, smart city solutions that you like to usher into China, then our competition is a fantastic platform for you to tap on, because there are so many areas that we will be able to help you out. We've got an amazing team of mentors to help you, and of course, even beyond the competition, if you prove yourself to be worthy, then there will be more assistance rendered. So we definitely look forward to be hearing from all of you. So of course, everybody, we'll also like to remind you about the giveaway. I see that a lot of you are very engaged in our content. So don't forget that we are giving away 4 pairs of Sennheiser wireless earbuds. How exactly can you win them? All you need to do is to share this post onto your own social media feeds. And of course, in your shared post, remember to hashtag China-ASEAN Startup and tag 3 friends. So be sure to do it right away so that you may just be one of the lucky winner. So quickly, share this post, and in your shared post, hashtag China-ASEAN Startup and tag 3 friends. Good luck. So right now we will be hearing from this lady. Now her name was mentioned earlier on by one of our panelists, and she's none other than Ratna, Head of Participants Management for our competition. So she'll be sharing more about the competition. Ratna, over to you.
Welcome to our 4th China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition, your startup gateway into China. I'm sure all of you are very excited to find out more about the competition details. So who are we looking for? If you have a passion for smart city innovations and you're looking to break into the China market, then this competition is for you. And our timeline, all events will be held virtually from the comfort of your home. there are 3 major milestones. Today at 28th of June, 12 p.m., we are going to open the registration. And the submission deadline of all your pitch video and presentation will be on the 30th of July. And our preliminaries will be on the 19th to 20th of August. The 8 winners of the preliminaries for each categories will compete in the grand finals. And the grand finals will be streamed live from China on 6 to 7 of September, right? And these are the 2 categories of the applications that we are looking for. The first is the startup categories. So the startup categories is for students and teams with early stage smart city ideas, and no minimum viable product is required. And for the comprehensive category is for established startups working on smart city solutions, and minimum viable product is required. And all projects must be relevant to the smart city landscape in China. And overview of the competition format. So for the preliminaries round of the ASEAN divisions of the competition, it will be held on the 19th to 20th of August. So on the 19th of August, it will be a startup category, and the 20th of August is comprehensive category. And you will be required to submit 6 to 8 minutes pre-recorded video pitch with slides in English. And this is the sample video. So it will be your pitch together with the PowerPoint slides. All right. So please don't submit your corporate video. Okay. And afterwards, there will be a 5 minutes live Q&A from our judges in English as well. And the preliminaries will be streamed live on our Facebook page as well as YouTube channel, just like today. And the top 8 teams from each category will advance to the grand finals on the 6th to 7th of September. And so the grand finalists will compete in the grand finals in Nanning to virtually stream live from China. And you will be required to actually present 10 to 12 minutes pre-recorded video pitch with slides in English. It will give you more time to share your potential ideas to your investors and organizations who can potentially create a positive impact to your business. And there will be also 5 minutes live Q&A from the judges in English, and it will be streamed live from China to 15 million people. I know it can be a very nerve-wracking experience, but not to worry, because it will empower you to manage your anxiety and pitch confidently on the big stage. And we also have a total of 320,000 RMB for both startups and comprehensive category. And it will be awarded to the best 3 teams and the consolation for the next best 3 winners per category. And to enhance your chance of success in this competition, we have created 4-tiered support system for your startups. Firstly, when you register, you will receive an email containing a power pitch preparation package. It's a crafted online resources that will focus to help you develop your MVP, product market fit, and business modeling, presentation design, as well as pitching. And you can use these resources as a framework to prepare you for the prelim to get a high chance of succeeding in this year's competition. The next one, this is something new, is a pitch into China clinic session. So basically this session aims to prepare you to thrive in the competition. It comprises of first overview of the competition and Nanning, China, as well as pitch workshop, and you have the opportunities to interact with the past winners who found inroads into China. And this will all be available to all participants. And after the preliminaries, we have selected the top 16 teams to advance to the grand finals. We will have a virtual training by Singapore's top trainers. This training will help you to shine in the China-ASEAN stage. You will be trained on online marketing and PR, virtual presentation essentials, and managing your anxiety before your big stage. And on top of that, you will also receive one-to-one highly personalized coaching by our elite mentors and coaches who have experiences in doing business in China, past experiences in working with startups both locally and in the region. And they will work one-on-one with you to ensure that your pitch strategy is on point to get you to win your competition in China. And how do you thrive in this competition? We believe that if you are able to identify and solve the problems in China, pitch and angle your solution specifically for the Chinese market, and you have a strong presentation skills and strong business model, you also determine to scale your business overseas, as well as you display a very strong confidence to succeed with a humility to learn. We believe that we are confident that you will thrive in this competition. All right, so how do you register? Scan this QR code and this will lead you to our website, China-ASEAN-startup.com, and register your participations. Please share this link with your startup communities and let's bring them in to experience the China-ASEAN Startup Competition. All right, so where are you going to find some key updates of our competition? Like our social media of Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, because that's where we will share the key updates. So please like and share our Facebook, LinkedIn, and IG page so you will keep abreast of our latest and key information. Last but not least, if you have any questions regarding this competition, please reach out to competition@2bcompass.com. With that, stay tuned to look out for the registration link in our Facebook page, and we wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ratna. And with that, everybody, it is my pleasure to announce that your Startup Gateway into China, the 4th China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition is now officially open. And of course, everybody, don't forget that the link to register for this competition is China-ASEAN-startup.com, and the closing date will be 30th July 2021. So please submit all of your entries before that. And of course, we'll also like to acknowledge the following organizations. Without them, we will be unable to hold this amazing competition. So the first shout out is to our host for this competition, Nanning Municipal DNR Commission. We'll also like to thank the following organizers. They include Nanning Municipal Big Data Bureau, Nanning Foreign Affairs Office, China Mobile Communication Group Guangxi Division Nanning Branch, Huawei Nanning Digital Economy Industry Innovation Center, and Cloud Bay Big Data Industry Development Co. Limited. Now, the ASEAN division of this competition is organized by the 2B Campus Private Limited and co-organized by SCAPE, Singapore University of Social Sciences, and Chulalongkorn University. And not forgetting our participating partners, and they are Business China, Shi1K, H, Youth Wing of ACE, New XP, Plug and Play Tech Center, Ripple to Wave Incubator, The Young Seekers, and 10,000 Startups India. And of course, for gracing the event today, we would like to say a big thank you to Mr. David Chua, Chief Executive of National Youth Council, Chairman of SCAPE Singapore, Mr. Job Cho, Chairman of Cloud Bay, Professor Chia Hon Man, Assistant Provost and Dean, College of Lifelong and Experiential Learning, Singapore University of Social Sciences. Dr. Pietro Bossano, Faculty Member in Entrepreneurship and Core Business, Chulalongkorn University. And of course, Mr. Caleb Low, Organizing Chairperson of our competition. Once again, everybody, would like to share with you the link to register for this competition. It is China-ASEAN-startup.com. The link is China-ASEAN-startup.com. So be sure to note that down so that you will be able to join in. And of course, don't forget to like and enable notifications of our official Facebook page. So for those of you who are watching on Facebook right now, the official Facebook page is the China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition. So be sure to give us a like and follow. Now, speaking of liking and follow, don't forget the registration open date is open from now, today, all the way till 30th July. Preliminaries are expected to be taking place on the 19th and 20th August 2021. Now, if you've got any inquiries, you can always send in an email to competition@2bcampus.com. And last but not least, before I go, I really want to remind you that we are also having this amazing giveaway. So be sure to like our video and share it out on your social media platforms. And when you share in your shared post, do hashtag China-ASEAN Startup and tag 3 friends so that you stand a chance to win the amazing earbuds. Now, you must be based in ASEAN region, so good luck to all of you. Now, thank you so much to each and every single one of you for joining us this amazing morning. Thank you for joining us for the 4th China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition, your startup gateway into China. We definitely look forward to receiving all of your amazing entries soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Absolutely warm welcome to each and every single one of you. Now, of course, this morning we are having the China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition preliminaries for the ASEAN division.
If you have an idea or a product that can impact lives, the world needs to hear your voice.
我们希望通过培养了解中国、熟悉亚洲的年轻人才，来延续新中两国之间的友好关系和多方面的可持续发展。同时，也为新加坡社会在了解中国的方面提供一个最真实、最及时的交流平台。
A platform like this competition plays an important role to provide opportunities to young people to create novel solutions for smart cities.
I think it's important that we continue to find opportunities for young people in China, ASEAN and Singapore to work together to find ways to innovate and find solutions for smart cities.
Smart learning aims to benefit the public, enterprise, and also governments, and focus on supporting a bunch of international projects.
And I'm glad that the competition has received overwhelming participation from all 8 ASEAN cities.
So exactly who is under the open startup category that is specifically for students as well as individuals with an early stage smart city ideas. And tomorrow we will be having the comprehensive startup that is a category for established startups working on smart city solutions with MVP.
And our platform is not about free speech. It's about doing good and helping people.
With the lack of knowledge and information, this has resulted in some of the common problems that we see in the smart cities today.
We want to help them to engage the guests better in the digital space, ultimately taking this chance
to retrain their staff and be prepared for the post-COVID new normal.
We want to expand and network with other international students by engaging different activities.
We want to deepen our networks and acquire 300 more franchise owners.
I get it. I've always wanted to have a neighborly application because once upon a time I actually tried to start it. So I hope you.
Thank you.
There must be some way to collaborate that. That's where the ideas came in.
They are pretty much operation. They are pretty much industrial. So we call it IIoT.
We can really capitalize on the hyper-local, data-driven nature of Sketchback to unlock new marketing strategies.
When I was in my teens, I saw this video of Bruce Lee saying that, hey, be like water, be formless, be shapeless, empty your mind. I'm a very, very, very huge fan of Chinese culture and Chinese philosophy. It's like really reflecting that Confucian thought and philosophy. I really want to live that in my life and follow that in my life.
You have one pitch. Let's break borders.